Hey, my Liptons. So I wanted to do this video on Taylor Swift. Um, I I initially was not going to do this video. I was not going to do this video. I wasn't going to do a video on Taylor Swift at all, honestly, but I feel like when I go on Twitter, I'm just being bombarded with like Taylor Swift and this new relationship thing that's happening with her. And for me, I'm like, you know what, Taylor Swift has been doing this for a while now. I don't know why y'all shocked and everything like that. But people are saying that, oh no, it's more serious and there's a lot going on with her. And I'm like, okay, what? Because I haven't really been paying attention. I just been bombarded with her and her new relationship, the pictures and everything. I just haven't been like reading it. But so I decided to do a little bit of research. And I'm gonna talk about the article real quick, y'all. Just to give you guys a quick FYI, like I said before, I have my Invisalign on my teeth, and right now my teeth is freaking like aching right now. Like my teeth. It literally feels like my teeth is like reshifting, and it hurts so bad. But I'm gonna get through it. I'm gonna get through this video. So if you hear me having a lisp and everything like that, it's due to this Invisalign because it's really really sending me. But I'm gonna try to do this video about Taylor Swift. So here's the thing. Initially, right? Initially, I put up a poll on my YouTube channel, on my community tab, saying that, oh, y'all surprised that Taylor Swift and the Joe, what's his name, Joe Alwyn, broke up. Um, you know, because I put up that poll because for me it was just something out of fun. I was like, oh, are y'all surprised? Because I know personally for me I wasn't surprised. If y'all know Taylor Swift, yeah, I know that obviously when it comes to her and her relationships, you know, it, just to say like it is, it doesn't last honestly, or it can, you know, she can be with them for a very long time, but it just like it always ends up being like, oh, they broke up or this or that. Like I remember like the last time and I was truly invested in her relationship. That was with Calvin Harris. I remember when she was with him, but after that, I was like, okay, girl, like just keep doing you, And listen, don't get me wrong. At the end of the day, I personally do not care that Taylor Swift is dating around, that sort of thing. So is dating around because these men do the same thing every freaking time. Like they date around, they they cheat on their partners, they do this, they do that. So it's like, listen, if you want to date around, if you want to have your relationships, do you, boo. But there, there is some concerns. I would say there is some concerns. Not for the concerns that I have, not for the concerns that the fans have, as far as when it comes to this new relationship, but it's just I have concerns about like the constant need to keep going from relationship to relationship to relationship, and I'll talk about that a little bit later at the end of my video. So this is from BuzzFeed. It says here Taylor Swift fans are disappointed by her involvement with Maddie Healy after he was accused of doing the Nazi salute and said it be emasculating to date her. Okay, we're gonna get through this article. I'm gonna try to skim through it and get to like talk about the parts that needs to be said. So it says here, earlier this year, Taylor Swift fans were left shocked when she was reported that she split from her boyfriend Joe Alwyn after 6.5 years. And that's a long time. Like, but even with that though, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. When Taylor Swift first got with this guy, the Joe Alwyn thing, even though I didn't know much about him, like I didn't know too much about him, but I remember the first time when they first got together, like I was hearing, I'm not too sure how true this is. I was hearing that he was still living with his mother, if I'm not mistaken. Like he was still living with his mother, and that was still a thing. And I'm like, okay, like Taylor, like I don't know what you're doing. Like I mean, whatever. But like I don't know. I kind of got the vibe back then that it wasn't gonna really last because it was just like this man doesn't seem like he's still on his feet yet, and I don't know. It looked like she was gonna be supporting him. So I don't know. Let's move forward. So he avoided the public lie. Several Taylor songs, last 5 albums, blindsided by breakup. Okay, so it says here, last week the British tabloid The Sun reported that Taylor moved on from Joe with the 1975 frontman Maddie Healy, who was previously linked, who she was previously linked to in 2014. This I did not know. I did not know that she did it. I never heard of this guy before. Honestly, I did not know this. It says here, a source explained she and Maddie are madly in love. Oh my god, I'm sorry. This right here, I don't care. This is BS. Like, I think that Towers is just making a fluff right here. She's madly in love. It's super early days, but it feels right. They first dated very briefly almost 10 years ago, but timings didn't just work. This is crazy. Okay, blah, 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 blah. She wants her own this romance, started hide it away. Okay, yeah. 2 days after the news broke, Maddie was spotted in Taylor's Eras tour. Nashville, ended up attending 3 shows, blah, blah, blah. They reconnected. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Let's get to the parts where it's why the fans are concerned. However, the rumored pairing has not gone down well with Taylor's fans, who have fiercely criticized her decision to associate with the British star. This is due to Maddie's recent history of incredibly problematic behavior, which has been broken down into a viral Twitter thread. That includes a video of him seemingly doing the Nazi salute on stage early January. Wow. It says here, Maddie has even made nasty comments about Taylor herself, which is crazy, in the past, saying that it will be emasculating to date her. Here's everything you need to know about Maddie's controversies. Emasculating to date her. Why? Because she's tall? I don't know what he means by that. Okay, let's get to the part. It says here, as mentioned, just days before the International Holocaust Remembrance Day, in January, Maddie was accused of doing the Nazi salute while marching on the stage during one of his shows. It says, look at this. This is apparently Maddie right here doing the Nazi salute, and it says here, thank you, Kanye. Very cool. So he's thanking Kanye West when Kanye West was doing all those anti-Semitic comments, and I guess Maddie was a fan of it. Like, this is okay. Okay, yeah, this is okay. I can see. Yeah, people have the right to be pissed off about this. This is crazy. This is crazy. In the clip, he was performing "Love It If We Made It," which includes a reference to one of Taylor's enemies, Kanye West. Thank you, Kanye. Very cool. Why is no one talking about the fact that Maddie Hitler did a Hitler salute on stage? Yeah, that's crazy. Oh. Yeah. Some fan defended his gesture by insisting that it's satire. Why would you do satire on some anti-Semitic stuff? Like, come on, y'all. Like, can we be serious? His way of calling other people Nazis, but this defense didn't sit right. Of course it doesn't sit right. It doesn't effing matter. He's not Jewish. He's Romani. He doesn't get to do that. He was saying Kanye, Trump, Nazis, da da da. Okay. In the same month, Maddie posted a screenshot, a list of Jews Wikipedia page to his Instagram story, which he deemed to be an unsettling reference to records of Jewish people that Nazis kept during the Holocaust. Wow. Y'all, this is sketchy. I'm sorry. It says here, Maddie courted even more controversy in February when he appeared on the Adam Fratland Show podcast, laughed hysterically at the host, made several racist jibs, referred to American rapper Ice Spice as one of the Inuit Spice Girls. What does that mean? And a chubby Chinese lady. Wow. Before mocking a variety of accents, Maddie said he messaged Ice Spice and asked, so you slid into her DMs and asked, what are you, a fucking Eskimo or something? What? Bro. Please don't tell me he actually did this shit. What? This is crazy. Maddie laughs. Yeah, that's what I was like, you effing. Before something unintelligible. He then encouraged Adam to do an impression of Japanese people working in concentration camps and could be heard laughing uncontrollably at the racist stereotyping as the host mocked the Japanese accent. Hold on, let's listen to it.
Back in the day, the Holocaust, basically the Holocaust.
Do you think any Japanese guys were working at the camps? Like they were part of like a foreign exchange program?
I do really want to hear your impression of
Please step into the. It's time for a shower. Please step into the shower.
No.
Please. We have onsen set up for you. Please. Please after me. Yeah, taking his shoes off before going in the room to scoop the bodies out. Just putting it.
I don't know if there was.
I was in a Japanese restaurant one time and I walked by one of the waiters. I was looking for the bathroom and he was like right in front of the bathroom and I walked past him and he just like jumps back and goes, "Yes, please."
Okay, let me just get to my thoughts at the end of this video. Apple and Spotify moved to different platforms. British singer Youngblood called Maddie out at the time. Love listening to three privileged white dudes sit around objectifying a young black female artist who's blowing up. Welcome to your 30s, I guess. I don't stand for stuff. I stand against stuff. It tends to be the most morally obvious stuff. F the patriarchy. And then I just feel a bit bad. I'm kind of sorry I offended you. Ice Spice, I'm sorry. Rather than attempt to fear from the accusations of racism, Maddie appears to thrive in controversy and poke fun at the growing reputation during the gig. I don't think it's racist. It's a racist thing to say. Okay. And then throughout this tour, Maddie has also come under scrutiny for kissing unsuspecting women in the crowd and sucking on their fingers. Ew. While many singers, troubling actors are far from recently, he's been hitting the headlines for years. 2016 left people puzzled by the Messiah complex. In an interview with the Mexican outlet, Maddie said the religious people should be ashamed of themselves. He has rights as an atheist. Okay. And then it says here, Maddie also once posted a screenshot of a tweet to his Instagram that read, "You start dating a Muslim girl, then boom." That is so corny. That is so corny. In 2020, the star was criticized again for seemingly utilizing the Black Lives Matter movement to promote his 1975 song "Love It If We Can Love It," whatever the song is. If you truly believe all lives matter, you need to stop facilitating the end of black ones. Okay, so he did this to promote his song. He was called out for attempting to capitalize off of the murder of George Floyd. Ended up deleting the tweet. Shortly after he removed it, he seemingly had a change of heart, posted another link to the song. Self-proclaimed feminist, he accused of misogyny over the years. During the interview, two women, he admitted to being stunned at their death, but questioned because of the way they look. These are quite heavy questions for girls dressed like you two, okay? What does that mean? A little bit offended. You're like a pretty girl. I'm going to have a certain stereotype. I'm gonna have certain stereotypes. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cyril, to his fans' defense, suggesting that this makes it okay. Yeah. His comments about Taylor were made that same year. Maddie getting incredibly defensive and quizzed on whether or not he would date the pop star during the Q magazine. He initially dismissed Taylor, saying that she wasn't a big impact on my life. It had properly gone out with Taylor Swift. First thing I would have thought is, fucking hell, I'm not being Taylor Swift's boyfriend. F that. That's also a man thing. The emasculating thing. Yeah, Taylor girl, I can see why people are mad at you, sis. I can see why they're mad. And this is what someone had to say on Twitter. Because they're official now, I guess. Because they've been out and about. So this is what someone had to say. They're saying, mind you, her fandom loves to play the moral police and give character certificates to everyone and how their fave is dating literally the ugliest or worst possible person ever. I guess karma really loves her. Now, here's the thing, Taylor, I'm sorry, girl. Like, I'm not I'm sorry, because like at this point, she's an adult, she can do her own research. It's definitely giving racism tease. Like, it's definitely giving very much anti-Semitism. It's giving Islamophobia. Like, girl, like, it's like you didn't do you didn't know this, like you didn't do your research. Even if you didn't know, like, at least have your team do a background check or something. But here's the thing, here's the thing, I honestly, because with Taylor in these relationships, I genuinely don't think it's gonna last either way. Like, I don't know, maybe give it a couple of months, a year or two. I don't know. It's definitely not going to last. But here's my problem that is happening here. First of all, Taylor, and this is the problem I also have with J-Lo. I feel like with Jennifer Lopez, because Taylor and Jennifer Lopez are kind of giving me like the same thing. It's like they're not taking time out for themselves after they leave a relationship, or after they just got out of a long-term relationship. It's just like they just jump from like person to person to person to person. And don't get me wrong, I feel this way about the men too. I feel like y'all see me on this channel cursing out Nick Cannon every 3 to 5 business days, so y'all know that I have my issues with it on both sides. But I truly feel like, with Taylor, it wasn't even that long since she broke up with Joe Alwyn. It's like she broke up with him. I think the breakup was announced, and then what, like a week or two later, it was announced that she was with this Maddie guy, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just like, girl, like, how long did you even take time out for yourself to heal? Because listen, don't get me wrong, she was with Joe Alwyn for like almost 7 years. That's a long time that you gave your time, your energy, like your spirit to, you know. And I just think that, Taylor, she gives me the vibe that like she doesn't want to be alone. Like, maybe she gets lonely very quickly. Like, I'm not sure what it is. And it seems like she's afraid to be alone, kind of thing. And I just feel like it's a little bit concerning to me, because it's like, I don't understand how you just jump, like, after a 6.5 year relationship, and then 2 weeks later you already find a new person and start dating them. Like, that's those are things that I kind of I noticed, and I'm like, there needs to be. It's like the same thing with Jennifer Lopez. I remember when Jennifer Lopez she was with, well, it happened with many of her relationships, but I remember when she was in A-Rod, just the most recent one, when she was with A-Rod for like, what, 4 or 5 years. She was engaged to him and everything. They broke up, and then literally like a month later or something, she ended up with Ben Affleck, and then they just got, like, the marriage happened real quickly and everything like that. And if y'all don't know, even with that situation, I just saw paparazzi pictures of like Ben kind of like being in Jennifer's face, and then he was even pissed when he slammed the door. Like, it was a whole thing. So it's one of those things where it's just like, I feel like particularly with these people, it's like they don't take time out to really, really just like, let me just date myself. Let me, be my own partner. Let me like pamper myself. Let me like try to be in a space where it's like, I don't need a man. And it's like, don't get me wrong, to me, it seems like Taylor Swift tends to portray that image and that message of like, not, even though I don't know, maybe she hasn't explicitly said it, that's what she puts out there. But it's like, what in her personal life, what she exhibits is not really the music that she portrays. And to me, it does seem like she does feel like she needs a man, and she needs someone to be around her and making sure that she's not doesn't have a sense of like loneliness or something, because it's just like, these men, like, she's with these men for long periods of time. Like, even with Calvin Harris, she was with him for years. You know, Joe Alwyn, I think that might have been her longest relationship, honestly. She was with him for a long time. So it's like for you to just jump into this one, and on top of that, you don't do your research. You hearing that this guy is like is giving very much bigot tease, and it does also make Taylor look bad because like Taylor's all about I'm just saying what she's out here saying, like, oh, I'm against white supremacy and da 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 da. Let's get these bigots and all these people out of office. It's like you say that, but it's like look who you're dating. So I don't know. I think that, and I think that it's crazy that if the Swifties are judging other people's relationships or judging Taylor's other peers and and I'm pretty sure they're probably also trolling. They love to troll Haley Bieber or Justin Bieber or something like that because I know like they like to do things like that, which is very annoying. It's like y'all do that, but it's like look who your fave is with, and that goes for anybody. That's why I don't like when people troll like that. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, if you ever see me on the internet commenting on a celebrity's post or anything, it has to do with something that they did particularly wrong. I'm not commenting on Haley Bieber or Selena Gomez or anything. No, I'm not doing that. If they want to be with whoever they want to be with, that's their choice. But I feel like, especially with fans and stans, they have this like morality complex, like, oh well, this and that and that and that. It's like, no, your fave can do the same thing. So I don't know. I don't know. I think first of all, I think that this relationship is not gonna last. And honestly, at this point, Taylor Swift gives me now. I will say now she kind of gives me the vibe that like she doesn't really want to get married. Maybe she will. I don't know. But she does give me the vibe that she doesn't want to get married, and which there's nothing wrong with. I'm okay with like listen, as long as she's not bringing like listen, she's not a Nick Cannon at the end of the day. Like she's not popping out babies by different baby daddies and all these different things. Like, so I commend her for wanting to take that stance if that's what she wants. So, and which there's no issue with. She can date around, but I just feel like Taylor Swift really needs to be. It seems like she needs some therapy, and she really needs to like love herself enough to be like, I don't need to jump into a new relationship right away. It can happen in the future, but let me just take time out for myself and, really figure things out and what I want. And, especially now, Taylor is, you know, early 30s, So I think that she needs to figure out what's going to happen here, especially with this new relationship because it looks like a PR disaster. So I don't know. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys feel like Taylor Swift is having some issues with herself as far as like jumping into relationships? Do you think that she needs to take time out for herself, or do you feel like she should just date whoever she wants to date and see where the chips lay, I guess? So please comment, and subscribe to my channel. Let's get up to 500 subscribers. Thank y'all guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.